do not go straight to Pinterest. Don't you go there. Hello, lovely people. I am Laura. If you don't know me, hello. Nice to meet you. I am an author and I post here on YouTube sporadically, but mainly on Instagram. And I've been in the mood to film a YouTube video, which doesn't happen very often. And I came up with a little series idea. So, here we are. I have a lot of advice. I have a lot of ideas for advice and all that good stuff. So, here we are. Bite-sized advice. That's what I'm calling it, because these videos are going to consist of specific advice for specific needs, and they're going to be bite-sized, very bite-sized, like 5 minutes, because I cannot bring myself to edit a 20-minute video. If you can do that, kudos to you. Honestly, I don't know how I would do it. My phone storage is screaming at me even just taking this video, so let's get into the advice. Yes, so I have my trusty notebook here. Also, this is the desk. Are we so happy? Originally, I got a couch. Originally, I was going to film on the couch. I didn't like the couch. Then we bought the desk, and I like the desk a lot, actually. And I just assembled this chair. It was my first time, trying to assemble something myself. Did not go well. Anyways, so our bite-sized advice for today is how do you start a work in progress? I have 3 work in progresses, and honestly, for me, I find that starting the actual novel and starting to write the chapters is the hardest thing for me, because it's that feeling of oh my gosh, what if it's not good enough? Beginning quite literally makes or breaks the book. At least for me. When I sit down to read, if the beginning is terrible, am I gonna want to keep reading that book? No. So there's a lot of stress on that area of trying to get the beginning, the start of your work in progress to be good. And just even actually starting that work in progress, because I find it kind of hard to actually just sit down and do it. So here we go. Starting a work in progress, our bite-sized advice for today is do not go straight to Pinterest. Don't you go there. Unless it really helps you and it's been proven in your work and your methods to work really well in just going straight to a Pinterest board and just getting the vibe, I would say don't go straight to Pinterest. I have been doing this recently because I've had writer's block for a while. I'll come up with an idea. I'll go straight to Pinterest. I'll start planning it on Pinterest. Characters, vibes, aesthetics. But then it's just it doesn't feel serious enough because it's on Pinterest. I think where this comes from for me is the fact that I wrote my first book entirely without a Pinterest board. Looking back, I'm how did I do that? But even so, I love Pinterest now, but when I use it, it's it doesn't feel serious enough, because the first time I wrote a book was literally just me, 13, sitting down in my bed with an iPad and cranking out 50,000 words. Have I changed? Have I evolved? Yes. And I've also learned what helps me and what doesn't help me. When I go straight to Pinterest, it just feels too vibey, not plot. I don't have enough plot to it, but that could vary from person to person. I just feel when I get caught up in, oh, I like that image, I'm gonna save it. I like that image, I'm gonna save it. I feel my work in progress has to live up to my Pinterest board, whereas I would like my Pinterest board to live up to my work in progress, if that makes sense. So we're 4 minutes in. First tip, yes, do not go straight to Pinterest, guys. It can be so helpful. It can also be a hellscape. I can tell you that. Okay, number 2, let yourself have time to get obsessed. I feel a lot of times with work in progresses for me that don't work out, I will just jump right in. I'll just be yes, I'm planning this, I'm doing this immediately. No plot structure, no nothing. I will just jump right in to writing it. And then it's okay, well, I have all these ideas, but I'm not letting them sit. I'm not letting them muster around in my creativity, because when I plan, I really like to just let things come to me naturally and then sit with each other in my notes app. And for some reason, between the time I think them up and I put them in that notes app, I start connecting the dots. Because once I write it down and I'm like, blah, 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 this is the plot, this is that character, whatever this is doing, all the other stuff I have written in the notes app starts connecting in my brain like a web. So you really have to let yourself have time to get obsessed with it and obsessed with your characters, because personally, if I don't know my characters well enough, it's not a good book for me. Like, I have to know my characters, I have to know what's gonna happen, and I have to be utterly obsessed with it. Like, that's probably not very good, because sometimes I will get bored of my work in progresses, but I find that it really helps, and I can crank out 50,000 words in 4 months if I'm really, really obsessed with it. Maybe it's ADHD, I don't know. Anyways, my third and final tip, this is kind of like a bonus tip, is don't tell everyone about it. At least personally for me, when I immediately turn to the internet, because I post a lot on my Instagram for a lot of people, it can be overwhelming to share too much about that work in progress to so many people when I feel like it's not fully ready yet and nothing's confirmed, because then I feel like I have this weight of like, I have to write this because now people know about it, and it makes me not want to write it. So if you also feel that pressure from outside sources, maybe just don't immediately go tell everyone about it. I usually wait until I am like 20,000 words into a work in progress to start talking about it. And yeah, so those are my tips. These are just all the things that happen to me. This is how all of these things that I'm telling you not to do, that's what I do when a work in progress ends up not working out. So I have some experience, yeah. I've started probably 20 work in progresses, and I only have 3 right now, because sometimes I will do these things and it will not end very well. It will end poorly, you could say. Will I pick them up? Maybe. Have I cursed them a little bit? Yes ma'am, I have. But that was my first bite-sized advice video, standing at 7 minutes right now. And I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. If you have found me here on YouTube and you're not from Instagram, leave a red heart in the comments, because I want to know. Because I feel like a lot of the people on YouTube don't know as much about everything going on because I post so much on Instagram. But I want to post content for you guys. I want to hear what you want to see. Give me advice, not advice. Give me suggestions in the comments, and comment a red heart if you made it to the end of the video. Love you.